cálida bienvenida al actor Henry Cavill. Welcome to Mexico. We're very happy to have you here. And I want to start this press conference asking you, as an actor, how did you manage to develop the three different sides of your character, Cal, Clark, and Superman, while keeping them together as a whole?
Well, thank you. Well, in my mind, Clark, Cal, and Superman are all very much the same character, just different facets of. The way I like to think of it is, when at work, we behave one way. When at home, we behave another way. And when we're doing something in particular which may be out of character, but heroic, for example, is another way, and that'd be the Superman thing. Ultimately, it's all the same, we're all the same person in those different roles. We're just playing different roles depending on the environment we're in.
He will look like you, but he is not one of you.
Well, it's my first time in Mexico, and so I'm very happy to be here. And I haven't got to see Mexico City yet at all, so I got in late last night. But hopefully, after this trip, I'll want to come back and see the city and explore the country a bit more. As far as directors go, I'd love to work with Guillermo del Toro. He's a fantastic and very, very talented director, and a very nice man too. So fingers crossed I get that opportunity.
The fate of your planet rests in your hands.
I don't know if I believe in destiny. I do believe that this is a wonderful opportunity, and if the other roles had happened before, then I wouldn't have this opportunity. I'm just very, very thankful to be sitting here attached to such a wonderful movie with so many talented people involved.
Free to forge his own destiny.
No, I've never thought that, especially after I met him when I was 16 years old in boarding school. He was working there, I was an extra, and I went up and shook his hand. And there wasn't a second then that I thought, 13 years later, we'd be about to release a movie together. So I'm incredibly happy and just very, very excited to have everyone see this movie. I was actually playing computer games at the time, and it was an online game, and so I didn't have the opportunity to pause it. You know, you play in teams, and people rely on you to do your job in that team, and it was at a high point of the game, and so the phone rings. I don't even look at the phone. I'm just playing. I'll answer it later. I'll call that person back. At the last second, I look down. I see it's Zack Snyder calling, so I dive for the phone, try to answer it. I miss the call. And I'm thinking, oh great, I just ruined my career because of World of Warcraft. And, which I'm sure a lot of people have thought as well. And then I tried calling him back. I didn't get an answer. Then eventually he got a hold of me. And he sort of tricked me. He was talking to me like he was letting me down easy and he wasn't going to give me the role. And then eventually he said, basically Henry, I was just calling to see if you wanted to do a little movie with me. And at which point, after that, it felt very surreal. I wasn't prepared for yes, because of all the other movies which had gone before and all the effort and time I put into that and hope. I expected no, just because that was standard procedure. And then when it finally came to yes, I didn't know how to react. And so I sat there quite quietly for about 15 minutes, just trying to work out whether this actually happened or whether I just dreamt it. And then I tried to call my parents and my brothers, and not one of them picked up. So I was left alone with this crazy thought of thinking, have I gone completely insane now? But then eventually everyone did, and I got to share it.
To Kal-El, I say this.
Back to Superman in the movie. What is important about this movie is that we have made Superman for a modern age. And what Superman was when he was first seen in a past era had exactly the same effect on that audience. If we had that Superman appear on the screens these days, say. It wouldn't have the same effect as it did then. And we have just evolved the character to have that exact same effect. And hopefully it does. Fingers crossed.
We will kill 1 million more.
Very good question, and I would love to give a very complex answer, but it would take forever, and I'd need to put more thought into it to actually do it justice. Simply, just the idea now that the world knows who he is, and he can allow himself to be that. For the first time, we see it in the movie, him allowing himself to be that, but that's just the first time, and now we get to see him. If we were to have a number 2, we would get to see him indulge in that and enjoy it, and then the questions he has to ask himself about being this godlike being, and openly so, and just his interaction with humanity, because although humanity's okay with him when he's saving the day, what about when he's not? How do they feel? What questions are they still asking?
Or watch this world suffer the consequences.
It's absolutely fantastic. She's an incredible person, great energy, wonderful, very professional, but as importantly, she's an incredible actress. And so working with her was very, very easy. You'd wake up in the morning, you'd go to set and, be laughing, goofing around with Amy. And then when it comes to the work portion, it's serious.
It's serious, dead serious. And we do our stuff, and then cut happens, and then we relax again. And that kind of environment to work in is very healthy, and it just begets good work.
The message to send to the world is quite simple. It's the same message the character's been sending since his invention, and also every other mythological character that's been created by mankind, is hope. There's always hope, there's always a chance. Just keep on struggling, don't lie down and let adversity beat you down.
He will look like you, but he is not one of you. To those of you who know of his location.
Well, he's not really referred to as anything in the movie apart from the alien. And it's Superman, this is an origin story. Superman is something which we have become accustomed to as a character name, and we're treating this like the world has never seen or experienced Superman. And so naturally, we wouldn't call him that in this movie. If we all discovered, we switched on the news after this and we found out there's an alien living amongst us who was invulnerable and could fly and we couldn't control and had been doing so for 33 years, we wouldn't then immediately call him Superman. We'd call him an alien. And that's the important thing. That's the reason why we haven't called the movie Superman, is because it's an origin story, and quite simply, we would not have found that.
My name is General Zod. I have journeyed across an ocean of stars to reach you.
I think it'd be very interesting. Christian Bale's a fantastic actor, and there's a lot of story there. There's a lot of potential, some very interesting stuff. Yes, I would. If that were to ever arise, I would jump at the opportunity, certainly.